Today we're going to discuss about the thermal energy in thermal physics. Thermal energy. So thermal energy means the temperature. So we're going to discuss about the temperature. The temperature has to be high, that is heat, and cool. That is the variation in this temperature. So for example, a cup of hot milk is placed on a table for some time. So what happens? The hotness of the milk decreases after some time. A bottle of the cold water, that is on a table. So you are keeping a hot milk, cup of hot milk on the table. Okay. And the same way you are keeping the cold water bottle also. What happens? The hot milk, that is heat, was absorbed by the environment. Due to that, the temperature in the hot milk decreases. Same way, in the cold water, the coolness is decreased and hotness is increased. That only they had seen here. So, a cup of hot milk on a table for some time. The hotness of the milk decreases after some time. A bottle of cold water on a table. So, the water becomes warmer after some time. So, first they are placing a cup of milk, that is cup of hot milk. After some time, the temperature in the milk, that is hot milk, is decreased. Same way, they are placing a cold water bottle on a table. And after some time, the water becomes warmer. Okay, so that in the case of hot milk, there is a flow of energy from the cup of milk to the environment. In the second case, the energy is transferred from the environment to the water bottle. So this energy is called thermal energy. Okay. And next, when a hot body is in contact with another cold body, a form of energy flows from hot object to the cold object, which is known as thermal energy. So we have seen the thermal equilibrium. That is, when you are placing a cold object in a hot object, the temperature will be equal. That is, it is equalizing both the objects. But here, the hot object come in contact with the cold object. This hot objects delivered some energy, that is transferring some heatness, that is hotness, to the cold object. So that is called thermal energy. And this thermal energy is also known as heat energy or simply heat. Okay. So the heat energy is the agent which produces the sensation of warmth and makes the body hot. So what is the effect when you keeping a container on the stove by heating it? What if there is the container is chill? On the stove you are lightening the stove and you are keeping the container. After sometimes you cannot able to touch the container with your bare hands. You need some object to touch it. Okay. So to minimize the heat. So the heat energy means produces sensation, that is warm. So warm and becomes hot. Okay. The process in which heat energy flows from a body at a high temperature to another object at low temperature, this is called heating. That is the process what I say. So when a container was kept on the stove and you are lightening the stove, after sometimes what happened? The container containing milk or water will be hot. So how it becomes hot? Why? Heating. So that process is called heating. So the process of transmission of heat may be done by. So what are the process? That is how it can take place. The process of heating, conduction, convection or radiation. So conduction. So you are keeping a container with water on the stove and you are conducting, you are lightening, you are stimulating to heat the water container. Okay, that is called conduction. Convection means, for example, your mother is giving a hot milk. So you can't able to touch. What do you say? You keep it there. But you are in a hurry to go to school. So that time what mother will do? So the mother took the coffee and keep it in a cold container to transfer the heat. That is the heat to the container containing cold water. And now it becomes somewhat, that is the temperature will be decreased. That is process is called convection process. So converting, you remember like that, converting, okay. Or radiation. So radiation means the solar energy, we are getting solar rays, that is UV rays, and even our cell phone also containing some rays. So if you touch if you are playing the games in the cell phone for a long time, what will happen? The cell phone will be heated and it produces radiation. So that is also a type of radiation, that is conducting the heat. Okay, va? So, and heat is a scalar quantity like temperature. Heat is also a scalar quantity, that is scalar quantity. So, scalar quantity, that is, it has only two options, rise in temperature, that is rise in heat, low in heat. That is called, because of that it is called scalar quantity. The SI unit of heat is joules. So, it is denoted by capital J. So, during the process of transferring heat, the body of lower temperature is heated while the body of higher temperature is cooled. So, while transferring, what is? So, we are keeping, that is, we are having a container with hot milk. Okay, and having a bottle of water with cool chill water. Okay. So, when you come in contact this cold water with the hot water, okay, you are placing both on the table. So, what will happen means the hot water, that is the hot milk or water, the hotness was absorbed by the environment. Due to this, the temperature decreases, that is the heating process, the heat is decreased. Same way, here in a cold water bottle, the chillness is reduced because surrounding heatness was absorbed by the cold water. That is cold water. So that process is called cooling. And even you can term it as heating instead of cooling, because the heat, that is the cooling, that is the cooled water is absorbing the heat from the environment. So, okay. So, for example, if you are taking a cold water from the fridge, so it is too chilled. But what will happen when you keep it for an half an hour? The chillness will be evacuated and the hotness will be there. That is, the chillness fully go off. Okay. And same way, you are taking a dry, that is ice from the fridge, and you kept it in your hand or in a container for some minutes, for some hours, so not some hours, some minutes. What will happen? The ice melts. The ice melts, and after some times the melted ice was converted to liquid, that is the water. After some times you can notice the chillness is completely get out, that is get rid of, and it becomes hot. So you can say, for cooling, you can say it is heating. So when the thermal energy is transformed from one body to another, this results in the rise of lowering of the temperature either of the two bodies. So the rise of lowering the temperature. So how means you are transferring, that is the chilled body getting the temperature. So that means from low temperature to high temperature you are transferring the heat. That is called thermal energy. So the thermal energy shows the rise in the temperature in both the bodies. Characteristic features of heat energy transfer. Heat always flow from a system of higher temperature to a system of lower temperature. Okay. So we agree this. So from that is how the heat is transferred from a high temperature to low temperature. The mass of a system is not altered when it is heated or cooled. So we are taking the that is liquid or gas, anything. You are taking it, but the mass, the weight. For example, if you are taking the cup of a milk, the same weight will be there while cooling or heating. Okay. So it doesn't alter. That is, the weight of the objects will be same when it is heated or cooled. For any exchange of heat, the heat gained by the cold system is equal to the heat lost by the hot system. So the exchange of heat, so the cold water receives the heat. So it gains the heat, and the hot water loses the heat. Will be, that is, the exchanging will be equal only. So heat gained is equal to heat lost. The how much of heat was gained in the cold water, the same content, the heat lost in the hot water also. That is denoted here as heat gained is equal to heat lost. Other units of heat energy. The SI unit of heat energy is joule. This they may ask in your 1 mark. And other commonly used units are calorie and kilocalories. So this they may ask in your 2 marks also. Calories. 1 calorie is defined as the amount of heat energy required to rise the temperature of 1 gram of water through 1 degree Celsius. So 1 kilocalorie, that is 1 calories. They need the amount of heat energy, that is the heat energy to rise in the temperature of 1 gram of water through 1 degree Celsius. Kilocalories. 1 kilocalories is defined as the amount of heat energy required to rise the temperature of 1 kilogram of water through 1 degree Celsius. So 1 kilocalories means the amount of energy required to raise the temperature, that is required to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of water through 1 degree Celsius. So kilocalories and calories they may ask in 2 marks. Okay. Hope you understand the video. If you have any doubts, post your doubts in the comment box. If you want to watch the video in Tamil, I had given the link in the description box. You can go and watch it. Give a thumbs up, share and subscribe to Science Easy Tech channel.